Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are going to be talking about a movie called Shanty. The movie starts by showing us a throwback 18 years ago. In broad daylight, a squad of assailants with guns storms a community and massacres innocent citizens. A guy offers his life as a sacrifice to save his wife and twin daughters, but is also shot alongside one of his daughters. Another squad of users hurt the second daughter and her mother as they attempt to flee on a boat. One of them was given the order by their supervisor or their leader to shoot the two of them, but the man decides against doing so, saving their lives. The person who saved their lives 18 years ago is known as Scar and is the leader of a criminal organization that engages in unlawful operations like running drug cartels, prostitution, human organ trafficking, and other crimes. One of his courtesans, Jackie, ultimately pays him enough to secure her release, allowing her to go from Scar-controlled Shanty town. She urges Shalewa, a different courtesan, to flee this depraved location before it is too late. Shalewa is aware that she will never be able to free herself by paying off her father's debt because, in addition to other costs like security fees, Scar withholds 60% of their income, leaving them with little to nothing. Jackie offers to lend her the money that Shalewa's father owes Scar in order to get her out of the sticky situation. Scar, on the other hand, tells Shalewa that she is his property and if she wants to leave, she must pay him 15 million naira, a number which she will never be able to obtain by working for him. Inem, the lady who held the post prior to Hene and is now in charge of all of Scar's courtesan, calls Hene in the meantime. Scar sentenced Inem to 3 years in prison and everyone else believed that she had passed away. Inem feels Scar should be held accountable for his actions because she has been wronged. Inem refuses to leave Shanty town, which is where she lives, despite Ene's best efforts to calm her down and send her on her way by offering her some cash. Scar manages the illicit aspects of business for Chief Fernandez, a strong businessman who owns a tenth of Lagos. By eliminating his rival, he gave Scar the position he owes today. Scar is required to close down several of Chief's illegal businesses because he intends to run for governor of Lagos State in the upcoming elections. He does not allow for debate and puts an end to Scar's objections through force. In a club, a dejected Shalewa meets a wealthy man. He accepts without a second thought an offer to make his preferred beverage or drink, as we may say, for a sizable amount of money. She strikes up a conversation with the man who ends up flirting with her. She travels with him to his house without realizing he is Chief Fernandez's son, Femi Fernandez. She is sexually harassed by the chief as she leaves his house undetected in the middle of the night. As Jackie is leaving Shanty town, Scar and her and his shoulders surround her. They decapitate her and commands Ene to take her organs. Scar is traveling back when his car is involved in an accident. 2 of his guys are murdered and is taken hostage. Scar is being held prisoner by Dame Dabuta, Chief Fernandez's political adversary, who wants him to join her in dethroning the chief. It is revealed that Scar is the chief's illegitimate kid who was left behind and rejected and abandoned with his mother as soon as Femi, Chief's legitimate son, was born. He offers to assist them now that Chief Fernandez wants to remove Scar's illicit operations. Scar pledges to deliver them the chief's one-of-a-kind invisibility ring so that the chief can be taken down easily. Scar is questioned by Inem regarding putting her in jail. In an effort to appease her, he offers her to be at an auction where men with deep resources to pay her for her services, and Scar will only take 25% of the proceeds instead of his customary 60%. Given that she perceives him as a threat, Ene is against Scar's choice. Ene is under the impression that Inem is back to reclaim her place. Inem is the winner of the auction for Chief Fernandez, then to the point that she can no longer stand. He assaults her physically and sexually. Despite the suffering, Inem is adamant about getting what Scar owns her before leaving Shantytown. She steals Scar's money and takes a photo of his complete documents while she is by herself in his room. Inem then has a private meeting with her colleagues. Amanda is revealed to be her true name and she works for the DSS. Inem, Amanda's twin sister, was the young woman who Scar spared 18 years ago. Although Amanda was shot alongside her father, she was able to live. She was later adopted by a family, and as she got older, she achieved success in life. When Inem was in prison dying, she saw her once more. Amanda was able to use her employment as an undercover agent to avenge the killing of her sister, since Inem gave her all the information regarding Scar's company and shut it down. Jackie additionally had a job with the DSS. The agents came to the conclusion that none of the contestants who achieved their freedom left Shantytown survived. Amanda makes the decision to investigate the situation in depth and eliminate Scar at all costs. Shalewa has promised freedom by Scar if she can get Femi to wear an entrancing necklace. Femi grows fond of her and approaches her about going out. Shalewa makes the decision to conceal her identity from Femi in order to maintain her freedom. Shalewa encounters Amanda while out on a date, and the latter informs her of what happens to contestants who are emancipated. Shalewa then attempts to get in touch with Jackie to see whether she's speaking the truth, and discovers a voice message Jackie left for her in her final moments. The two ladies discovered that Scar forbids anyone from leaving, and that it makes it appear as though these women have left, while in fact they have been slaughtered for their organs after hearing all that happened to Jackie. Shalewa had planned to make Femi wear the necklace that day, but she chooses against betraying Femi after realizing it will not help her secure her freedom. Femi has already departed when she goes to meet him outside. For failing to close down the unlawful films, Chief Fernandez amputates Scar's finger. Scar, with furious, tells Femi who Shalewa is. Then he commands Femi to bring him his father's ring while entrapping him with a charm necklace. In a stupor, Femi obeys his instructions. Shalewa has been waiting for him there, and when he returns, she notices the necklace and destroys it in order to bring him back to reality. Scar and his mercenaries arrive there and adopt the pair. Shalewa sends Amanda, who is posing as an enemy, a message before being abducted. pleading with her for assistance. Hannah, who was coerced by Scar into taking part in the murder of those women, is told the real truth by Amanda. She persuades Hannah to aid in the destruction of Scar. A request is made for Chief Fernandez to arrive unharmed in order to save Femi and his ring. Scar and Dame intend to murder him there. However, Chief Fernandez arrives with a necklace of beads around his neck that shields him from physical injury. The bullets do not hit him. His goons assault Scar and his men, but he manages to escape unscathed. Scar engages in a brawl with the main bodyguard of Chief Fernandez. Even though he is successful in killing him, he is seriously hurt. Scar, who has been hurt, visits his workplace to get help. In the name of freedom, his courtesans repeatedly stab Scar under the leadership of two of other female masters, Enem and Mama T. The courtesans are free after Scar's death, which occurs on the office floor. The area where Shalewa and Femi are being held hostage by Dame is also reached by Amanda and the other agents. They let her go without knowing that Dame was informed. The police officers confront and defeat the offenders. Amanda explains to Femi, who has never participated in his father's illegal businesses, how his father obtains the majority of his wealth, including the fact that he attacks slums to secure construction projects from the government, which brings in a ton of cash and gives him a respected public image. Ene is taken into custody and Amanda learns all there is to know about Chief Fernandez's shady enterprises. She then asks Femi to provide access to his father's computers and an invitation to his fundraiser so that she can collect the proof and use it to establish his innocence. Chief Fernandez's carefully cultivated public image is destroyed when the DSS splits the photo of him punching Amanda at his fundraiser. They then detain him in front of his audience for his misdeeds. Chief Fernandez is given a life sentence for raping a law enforcement officer, but his attorneys plan to fight this decision. In his absence, his accountant runs his business. Because there wasn't enough evidence to convict them with the of kidnapping Femi, the case against her is never brought to court. She continues to serve as Lagos State Governor. Scar's body is missing as is his right-hand man. Although the show says that it is just temporary, the women of Shanty are given freedom. In the final scene, a rite is done with fire, drums and dances, and young women are urged not to desert the group. Then a mysterious figure dressed in silk robes appears, but the individual's identity is kept a secret. Please like this video, subscribe and share. Thank you. Bye.